You have to love yourself. Really? This is something I've been hearing a lot of these days. People being saying, you need to learn how to love yourself. You need to love yourself first. Love yourself first. And as with everything on this channel, we're here to question, we're here to explore, we're here to dig deeper into what things mean. Because immediately when you say self-love, or you must learn how to love yourself, what happened with me is I felt an immediate deficit. Like, why have I not learned to love myself already? Or do I not love myself? Or where have I failed? Where have I failed in loving myself? And then immediately my brain kicked into a different sphere of like, wait a minute, isn't that really selfish? Isn't that really selfish? Love yourself first. Put yourself above others. Take care of yourself first. Or learn how to love yourself as if you don't have this ability to love yourself. And yet, through my training as a coach and a trainer and a public speaker, when I was learning how to do networking, one of the first things that we learned was speak to the other person about themselves, because they are the most important person in their lives. And that's true. We are the most important person in our lives, whether we wish to admit it or not. But this whole concept of love yourself was very confusing to me. So as with everything on this channel, I'm just here to explore, to question, to see what does this really mean? How can this be applied if it's good, or should we reject the idea if it's not? So please, engage with others in the comments. Let's have a discussion, let's have a conversation. I'm not here to say what's right or wrong. I'm just here to share my thoughts. But also I saw a video by Sadhguru who said that self-love is crazy. Self-love is crazy, the whole concept of it. It's become popular terms these days. I love myself, or I respect myself, or I believe in myself. He said this was craziness. This was a path to madness, because all of these traits are what we do to somebody else. So it's between two entities, two people. So unless we are either schizophrenic or possessed, schizophrenic or possessed, it's impossible to love yourself. So when I looked into this a little bit more, it has to do more with self-care, caring for oneself. But there's also a mental aspect of, learning to see yourself with affection, with a very positive outlook. And as I said before, that felt very, very selfish. Like, wait, why should I deserve this love for myself? Why should that be a thing? If I love myself first, do I not put myself above others? And then there's another philosophy that comes in and says, you know what? You can't love others until you love yourself. So there is another selfless element involved. Now, I personally didn't agree with that, because I've not had that experience. I believe I was able to love other people quite well, actually. Quite well, actually, without having this intense emotional response to myself, per se. Or rather, a self-criticism. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. It's worth exploring. It's worth exploring. So those are my thoughts for today about loving yourself. Is it really something we should be doing? If we look into ancient texts, we see a lot of the selfishness of it. Focus on oneself rather than externally, outer ways. Or is it just a term that's been coined and so oftenly used that we use it to justify anything? Being selfish, being mean or nasty or inconsiderate to other people, and justifying it by saying, you know what, I'm loving myself. I don't care what other people think. I don't care what other people feel. I don't care what happens to anybody else. I'm the most important person. I'm looking after myself first. So where's the balance? Or rather, where's the clarity in what this all means, and how it can help us to be better human beings? Thank you.